Okay, so as I mentioned, I am using scrap yarn. So I'm gonna be probably changing colors way more than everyone else. I have very few actually new full balls of yarn. So I'm out of my gray here. I'm in the middle of my row. So since you have the opportunity, I just wanted to show you how to do a color change in the middle of a row. We already did going to the next row, and it's the same, but just in case. I've got my little tail here because I'm almost out, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it through my stitch like I always do. I'm going to go my first loop, and then I'm gonna put this under my finger tight so I don't lose it, and then I've got my next tail for my new piece here, and I'm gonna yarn over and pull my second loop through. And then, like I mentioned before, other crocheters don't do this. If you don't want to do this, you can totally YouTube color change and see what people do when they don't tie it in a knot, but I am so worried about it. I've seen people's stories about them unraveling. So I'm gonna tie mine in a knot, and I just make sure it goes right into the middle of the stitch so that it's not like down here or anything, so that. And then when I do color change, like I said, I hate weaving in the ends at the end. So I pull my my two ends in my knot up here. I put my hook through my two loops of my V like I always do. And then all I'm going to do that's different is I'm going to pull this yarn up here before I yarn over, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through my V like I always do. And then I'm gonna yarn over again and pull through my last two stitches like usual. All I did was I just stitched this into my stitch. That way it's hidden, and I know it's tight because I'm doing it as I go, and I'm keeping it tight with my thumb under there, and I'm stitching it right into my blanket. That way I know it's tight, and I don't have to go back through my blanket when I'm all done and weave all these ends in with a needle, which, I mean, some people would rather do that. It's fine. Everybody does it different. This is just, for me, it's easier because when I finish my blanket, I want to hold it up and look at my blanket and not have to worry about weaving in the ends. Plus, I really do think it's sturdier this way, because instead of shoving it into the stitches when I'm all done, I'm actually kind of making it part of the stitches. And I know that it's really tight in there and it's not going to come falling out. And also, I know that no one can see it because you can't even see, you can't see the knot. It's all woven in. It's stitched right into there as I go. So, and then I just keep going until I just do it as long as the tail is, because then I know it's in there. When you weave them in at the end, you're just using a needle. So you usually end up with a little part that you're going to cut off. Because obviously your needle's not going to go all the way to the end. So I just do it until I weave in the whole entire thing. And then I'm not going to worry about cutting it off. And I'm going to know that it's really not going to be coming out of there. And that's all there is to changing color in the middle of the row.